As a homeschool mom, I really love being able to read different homeschooling books to gather ideas that I can implement into our own homeschool. And in this video, I'd like to share with you one of the books that I've read recently. Hi, I'm Christy with Homeschooling in Progress, and my goal is to help you simplify your homeschool day. And homeschooling books can be a great way to gather new information that is going to help you make your homeschool easier. Now, since my children were young, my husband and I have wanted to raise our kids to be lifelong learners, to really enjoy just the process of learning itself. And this new book that I'm going to share with you today shares some really wonderful examples on how to do that. This new book that I'm talking about is Teach: Creating Independently Responsible Learners from Dennis DiNoia, who you may also know in the homeschool world as Mr. D from Mr. D Math. And in this book, he helps share how to help your kids become responsible for their own learning. The book is a very quick, easy read. It's written in more of a conversational tone. And so it's very easy to just get in there and gather the information. He shares lots of examples from his teaching days. He shares examples of why he created his math program the way he did, so that kids will take more control over their learning. And it helps them create a desire to learn. It helps them learn at a deeper level. And as someone who wants her kids to learn to take responsibility for their own learning, this was a book I was very excited to read. And in this video, I'm going to share with you what I liked best in the book. Some different takeaways that I got that I can start implementing with my own children. And one of those was a chapter on presenting work. Now, we do use some tests in our homeschool. I do know that they do have value, and there's even an entire chapter on testing in this book. But I don't like using testing as an only form of assessment. So I was very excited to read the chapter on presenting work to get new ideas that we can use in our homeschool. My boys especially love using theatrics to present their work. They love putting on little plays to share the information that they've learned. And so it was great to read some different ideas that they can use with that. And reading about that also helped me realize that my kids are not only presenting their work, and so I can see what they've learned, but they're also learning maybe how to work a video camera or how to use a specific computer program to create slides to show what they've learned. And so as I read this book, I realized that by using different modes of assessment, like doing presentations, my kids are learning much more than just the information that they were supposed to learn that they're presenting, but they're learning about creating the presentations themselves. And in this book, the author mentions that this is also a great way that some kids find out about what they truly love. And they might even find a career path that they didn't even know existed. I also really liked that the book had chapters that were created just for the learner. So your kids, especially teenagers, could read through this book, and it will help them realize how they can take charge of their learning. There's a chapter on learning how to think, which is all about finding your best learning style. There's also a chapter on creating a mastermind group, which is a great way for teens to find others that have similar interests and can help build each other up and keep each other accountable. So there are some great chapters that your learners can read for themselves. I also really liked the chapter for the parents on how to be more of a coach to your kids than just the teacher. And as my kids have gotten older, I've realized that that's kind of more of the role that I'm taking on. I am more of a guide for them. I'm explaining to them what they need to learn, but then they're finding ways to learn that information and to share with me that they've learned that information. And as they're growing, they are taking on that chance to become independently responsible learners. Overall, I think this is a very good book for homeschool parents to read. It's a great way to help you create kids who are going to take charge of their learning and to become independently responsible learners. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can check it out. It's available both as an audiobook and in print. So go check it out to find out how to create your own independently responsible learners, which will also help you simplify your homeschool as well. Thanks for watching, and happy homeschooling.